wọn ti tú. Àṣírí àwọn ta ni? Àṣírí àwọn Kwakwaso, Peter Obi, Atiku àti Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá lórí ìfẹ̀hónúhàn tí wọ́n fẹ̀hónúhàn ní Àbújá lánàá. Ohun tó fà á tí wọ́n fi fẹ̀hónúhàn, ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ súnmọ́ bí kẹ́ wá gbọ́. Kí ló dé? Tó bá ní ẹran ní ọ̀kẹ́ran pa Sese láwà ni. Kí ni Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá kí ni wá láàrin àwọn Atiku, Peter Obi, Kwakwaso? Ó sì pẹ́ lọ́mọ Yorùbá. Ìjẹ́ ẹ kú rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bí? Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àṣírí náà. Ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ.
We are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, this is one of the protests that I've seen that police did not harass protesters. Police did not fire tear gas. This is one of the protests because it involved the life of Obi, Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá, Amaechi, Tambuwal, and co. I said it, that if the opposition, Tinubu, there should be a revolution. This protest is not enough. This protest is just an icing on the cake. I hope that the ADC has other plans. When it comes to revolution, everything that happened today cannot change the mind of INEC or President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After protest, you go back to status quo antebellum. The only thing that can change Nigeria is 1, restructuring, 2, organized revolution, 1, restructuring, 2, organized revolution. So whatever that is happening today, don't be happy that the opposition has made a bold statement. If the bold statement cannot stop the electoral reforms, if the bold statement cannot stop INEC revalidating your voters card, if the bold statement cannot stop Tinubu and the APC using INEC and the judiciary to muzzle opposition, that means everything we are doing is child's play. Revolution and restructuring, that is the only thing that can shake Tinubu's government. Now, the reasons why I'm not pushing for revolution is because Nigerians are too docile for revolution. Nigerian youth, they are too docile. They are too ignorant for revolution. Now, the next thing is restructuring. It is only restructuring that can solve most of our issues as a country. Now, the likes of Amaechi, the likes of Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá. The likes of Erufai, the likes of Tambuwal, Atiku and co. wants to take over government from Tinubu. You can see Atiku wants to take over government from Tinubu, and they are promising you that they are going to change Nigeria. Now, one point I want to make is that the opposition has constituted. What have they told us that they are going to do differently? You see, the case I'm making is not that I'm against the opposition. My point here is that we are wasting our time if we don't start pushing for restructuring and reforms. As it is now, Nigeria cannot carry out a revolution. We are too divided. Many people can be bought with money. You know, the ADC will tell us that it is APC and the Nigerian people. Nigerian people, where they see so, where if they flash money, they will sell their birthright. 90% of Nigerian voters, if you flash money, they will sell their political party. So, for revolution, I don't think it is possible. We are not prepared mentally in Nigeria for revolution. The only thing that is possible is restructuring. Okay, Tinubu leave Abuja, go Lagos. Then the ADC and opposition saw an opportunity to come and protest. Wonderful one. I hope an effective way of pressuring Tinubu, I hope the ADC can handle revolution. Tinubu is not Jonathan. Tinubu is not Jonathan. For you to even stop Tinubu, you go hard though. I told you that Tinubu, number one thing in his mind, he doesn't care. Let half of Nigeria catch fire. Is to spend 8 years, do or die. So if you have a president that is doing or dying when it comes to political power, you need to push for revolution. Revolution is the only way that you can use to pressure Tinubu's government. This is just the reality. Now, when we talk about revolution, I say it's impossible. Let's talk about restructuring. You talk about restructuring, we are talking about North and South. We had the Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorates. The British now brought them together by force so that it will be convenient for them to start controlling us. So if you are talking about restructuring, we are talking about North and Southern Nigeria. Come to the South. We behave in a certain way. Similarly, if you leave Southern Nigeria, you enter North, you go not say you don't enter another country. They have a certain behavioral pattern in the North. So if you see me talking about Nigeria transforming, Tinubu cannot change Nigeria. Obi cannot change Nigeria. You see, Atiku and Co, the same people that were in APC, they left the APC because of say power no reach their hand, or they don't give them opportunities to hold political power or political position. They invest, come out for the APC, come they whine you, they tell you say they won't change. You see, it is Peter Obi I pity for. Peter Obi. They said Tinubu wants to turn Nigeria to a one-party system. My brother, I said one thing. You see, the battles we are facing as a country, they are on numerous fronts. The United States, colonial masters, external influence can only control a country that is practicing democracy. It is difficult for these external influences, the colonial masters, to control a country that is being ruled by the military. In Nigeria today, if you want to pass bill or law that will benefit everybody, democracy will not allow you, because some of those people in northern Nigeria, they don't want Nigeria to be restructured for good. I give example of the tax bill. You see that like the way they played democracy before. They call, they say Arewa, they will go do meeting for northern Nigeria, they will gather themselves. Tax bill is going to affect northern Nigeria. They will have pressured Tinubu to drop that tax bill. But because of the kind of system of governance that Tinubu is handling, the way they handle them, they handle them with soft blows.
Tasty meal.
Within 2 years, 3 years, almost all the governors, 2 years of Tinubu's administration, almost all the governors in the southeast, in the north, now not even worse pass, almost all the governors in northern Nigeria, they enter APC because of the kind of hand. It is that kind of hand that Tinubu they use that will make us get results, because we are a diverse country, people with different agenda, different ambition, different interests. Imagine we are in a football team, we are not having a common goal, everybody have their own different way. Can you work together? That is how Nigeria is. We keep on deceiving ourselves. In fact, the most united people are the elite. How they are united so that they can loot our resources, empower themselves, their families, and satisfy their interests. If you are talking about good governance that can benefit the people, you need to have a draconian approach. You need to use a strong hand. Someone like Peter B becomes president. He has to muzzle the Senate, the corrupt Senate, the corrupt House of members, because he is not going to be everywhere. Look at ordinary Labour Party. Labour Party, small breeze blow, then abandon Labour Party around to the APC. So if Peter B becomes president, he needs to take a draconian military approach to achieve his aim. Yes. And this is one reason why they say one party system, one party system. I understand why people are fighting against Tinubu fought against democracy. He's the one trying to stifle democracy, blah, blah, blah. Be focused. As a Southerner, be focused on the goal. The goal is to restructure Nigeria. There's no way that the North will not challenge the policies of Tinubu and win if we are still practicing our normal democracy. Oh, I have it. You know, say I won't like Akpabio. Over this tax bill, if you are in support, say aye. Almost 80% will say aye. If you are not in support, say nay. 50% will say nay. Akpabio will say the may have it. He go knock and say the may have it. With evidence saying that the aye, you know how funny that is. So as we look at it, the only thing that can push the hand of this government, see, people like Aregbesola, you are supposed to know Tinubu. People like Amechi, you are supposed to know Tinubu. I hope the NDC is prepared for revolution. This protest cannot really change anything. It is a good step in the right direction. You have started well, but if you start, you need to finish what you start. That is the most important thing. If you start, you finish what you started. So for me, I'm looking at restructuring Southern Nigeria, coming together, form a political bloc that will push for reforms. Because the North in the past, they were united. They used it to grab power and threaten our Southern politicians. Those years, our Southern politicians will say, I don't want to have problem with my Northern brothers. They were being intimidated. Most of our Igbo leaders, they were a creation of the Fulani political empire. Most of our Igbo leaders you see today, it is the Fulani political empire that groomed them, the cabals that be. We want a political ideology in the southeast or southwest that is from the people, not the desires of one political empire that is in the caliphate. The reality here is that we are being deceived by both the APC and ADC. The real thing here is that they are fighting for power with different political interests. They know that they cannot fix Nigeria with the current challenges that we are facing. Obi believes he's going to fix Nigeria. He believes he's going to fight corruption in our agencies of government, corruption in central bank, corruption in NNPC, corruption in CBN, in ICPC, DSS, corruption in our different ministries. He's going to fight corruption at the customs, immigration, at the banking sector. You're going to fight corruption. I made an analogy. Somebody, where he marry wife with corruption. He use corruption money, marry wife, do marriage. He use corruption money, carry wife go hospital. They born pikin with corruption money. Use corruption money, train that pikin. Use corruption money, build house. Corruption money, buy car. Corruption money, he live his life through corruption money. How do you intend to make that person stop corruption? Life through corruption money. How do you intend to make that person stop corruption? If you don't destroy the foundation that Nigeria is built on, destroy it critically and totally. We are different people with different thought pattern. The place we are going is not the same place. Look at Nigeria. Okay, let's move forward. Some people will go left, others will go right. Is that a Nigeria that you want to deceive yourself that is doable? So we have said it. Any candidate that's going to push for reforms, that's going to muzzle the cabals that are in Nigeria, the interests that are in Nigeria, that doesn't want Nigeria to progress or restructure. Anybody that's going to do that, we are supporting that person. We need to be wise and intelligent. I know most people from the southwest, the way I'm supporting Tinubu, yes, we're supporting our brother. My brother, I said it. Tinubu has opportunity to restructure Nigeria. And if he doesn't do so, if he doesn't restructure Nigeria, my brother, there's going to be a big problem. This opportunity is once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't be deceived. You see these people that are saying ADC, they are praying that their plans work and they take over power. When they take over power, they will make sure they cripple the political empire in the southern Nigeria that is being built, that is the southwest politicians. The North will make sure that they go after southwest politicians, make sure that they drain them, use all instrumentation of power. They will copy Tinubu's template to run these southern politicians down, especially from the southwest. The southwest is going to be the major target. They're just doing silently. Now you ask Atiku, what are you going to do differently from what Tinubu is doing? He's against democracy. They have not told us anything. No. He's a tyrant. He's not allowing institutions to work. Blah blah blah. The same Atiku was with Obasanjo. Wasn't Obasanjo a tyrant? Didn't Obasanjo stifle institutions? Obasanjo created, I think, the EFCC to go after his opponents. Just like Tinubu, the PDP had 31 states. Obasanjo wanted to go for 10. This corruption you are seeing, this rascality, political rascality, during the time of Obasanjo, Atiku was vice president. All these things were happening then. There's somebody who come and tell you that they want to change Nigeria. My brother, right? If these people will change Nigeria, I have 10 acres of land to sell for you at the Strait of Hormuz in Iran. If you're going to build Nigeria, I'm not discouraging your position. What I'm saying is that, well, I started a very long time ago. I said, the opposition, they better give a certain person the presidential candidacy. Number one. And I've told you, I look at the ADC, I look at the Fulani regrouping through the ADC. The Fulani, they are regrouping through the ADC. They are trying to use the ADC as a platform to vent their anger on Bola Tinubu. That is why I am against that ADC. I'm asking Peter Obi and Co. Go and join the NDC, National Democratic Congress. That is a southern political bloc. Southern ADC, Northern ADC. Who are those that carry ADC for head? In the North, you know how many politicians have resigned from their political parties and joined the ADC? In the South, who is taking ADC that serious? Compared to the North see the ADC as their home, away from home, as a place where they are being consoled to come together and register their grievance against Bola Tinubu. The North cannot converge under the PDP because the PDP has been hijacked by Wike and Co. Wike, imagine if they told you that Wike will be the national leader of PDP 3 years ago, you will never ever believe. If they told you that Wike will pursue Atiku, David Mark and Co. from the PDP, you will never believe. Now, if you look at the Labour Party has the footprint, handwriting of Tinubu in that party. And they would not, the Northerners would not want to convert in that party. They see the ADC as their own. That is why as they were going to meet Ralph Nwosu and Co., they had to clear all the leaders of the party. It's just like buying a company or buying a house. You destroy the building of that house, you erect your own building. Because they see these parties as where they have consolation. So the worst thing that will happen with all these things Tinubu is doing, one party system, everything, I've said it before, he has an opportunity to restructure Nigeria. If he can be able to do state police, local government autonomy, state will have electricity now. It's being restructured. State can adopt a system whereby they can be serving their people electricity. Private investors can invest in different states, build power plants, and do it as MTN, Airtel, Glo. They are doing now competitiveness, just like what is happening in Abia State. Then the government will allow states control some percentage of their resources, resource control. If Tinubu can make these things happen, then he's ready to go. Now, for insecurity, state police will be made to stand. I can assure you that if the ADC enter, that tax bill, they will not suspend it. Sorry, they will not suspend it. But that state police, all those policies that is going to be of disadvantage to the North will carefully, small, push it away. I'm telling you the factual truth. If Tinubu can lay foundations of restructuring whereby, if I'm going to Abia State has a sizable control of its resources and can generate funds to secure itself, generate funds to provide electricity for itself, generate funds to govern itself, because we are being governed. Tinubu is one of the most powerful presidents in Nigeria. Look at the south part of Nigeria. The community has oil that is feeding the whole. The community has oil, but that community is in ruin.
Are you hellbound by body?
It's in ruin. It's in shambles. We don't have good schools in those communities. The oil exploration in those communities has destroyed those communities. And somebody far away from Sokoto will be having a stake in some people's land far away. The people that have that land, they don't have a stake. That is the magic of one Nigeria. That is the only thing I am expecting for Tinubu. I'm not expecting good governance. You want to deceive yourself, Abi? Shebi, when they say military is bad, Abacha is bad, military is bad, when I enter civilian, Obasanjo rebrand himself from military to civilian. Civilian, how far? How far about your civilian government? What has the civilian government benefited you? In fact, most of the infrastructure that we see today in Nigeria were built by the military. I can confirm that to you. Most of the infrastructure that were built today, you see, that were built today, were built by military. They said Tinubu is worse than Abacha. Abacha, we had a stable economy. Abacha, we had respect. Our currencies, wonderful. There's no insecurity. Just that, Abacha was looking. Me and the West and America, we are not in good terms. Abacha was thinking, I know, say, America go want use some people fight my government. So as I am now, if I hear anybody is antagonizing my government, I will make sure I deal with them. That is what I believe Abacha was doing, because he knew there was going to be a conspiracy from external forces using some people inside to remove him. Yes. That is why he was very, very brutal. And it is not even far from the truth. The people that were used then fighting for democracy, they were tools in the hands of the colonial powers. And our Nadeko former member or ex-Nadeko activist is now the president. Just look at it. You can see the abuse of power. And somebody will be gaslighting you. Say, I dey talk my truth. I know where I focus. Now, restructuring I focus. Nobody say I don't know what to talk about Tinubu. Even the NDC, the ADC, they don't even sabi talk. I tell you, they don't sabi talk. When it is time to talk, we will talk. May God help Nigerians.
Mo lérò pé ẹgbẹ́ ògbó àlàyé tí mo play fún yín, ohun tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ àti ohun tó ṣokùnfà ìfẹ̀hónúhàn tí àwọn Àtíkù, Kwankwaso, Peter Obi pẹ̀lú Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá tí wọ́n ṣe ní Àbújá ní àyájọ́ tàná ṣẹ̀dígbọ́ onúmúà fún yìí ṣẹ̀dígbọ́ ẹ bá mi pín ètò ìkọlọ dáadáa ó gbọ́dọ̀ mi padà ìbí ẹnu ẹláìta gbogbo ìwọ̀n àti ìbí ẹnu TV show ló mú ìròyìn náà wá fún wa ẹ ṣe yóò túbà yóò túṣẹ fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè